today we will continue our topic about the types of matter. The problem that we will try to solve today to see if we can identify the three types of matter, and we're going to distinguish between two types of matter, compounds and mixtures. We've been focusing on earlier lessons about elements. Okay, before we get started, we're going to do a quick song activity about elements. We're going to get a beat going, and then I'll start it off, and then you come in giving me just one thing that you can remember about elements. Right? You guys ready? Join in with me and go. Elements are
broken down. Guys,
pure substance.
periodic table. Physically compounded.
Good job. Alright, you guys can stop. So you just told me a couple of great things about elements. You told me that they appear on the periodic table, they can be broken down. So basically now just without the music, without the beat, tell me what's an element. You can tell me.
It's a pure substance that cannot be broken down.
So pure substance that cannot be broken down. Where is this pure substance found?
In the periodic table.
On the periodic table. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell me about an element?
It cannot be broken down.
Okay, you said that it can't be broken down. It's found on the periodic table. What are some examples of elements that you can think of?
Neon, silver, and helium.
Neon, silver, helium,
Copper.
copper, aluminum. All of these are different types of elements. Okay, so to add into our discussion with elements, we're going to add today compounds and mixtures. Okay, let's start with compounds. What do you guys know about compounds?
It's a pure substance composed of two or more different atoms.
Is a pure substance composed of, I don't understand.
Two or more different atoms chemically bonded.
Atoms chemically bonded. Okay, so it's a substance composed of two or more chemically bonded atoms. What else do you know about compounds?
Once they're joined together, they cannot be broken down.
Okay, once you join together something to make a compound, it cannot be taken apart. Okay? Anything else you want to add about compounds?
A compound is two or more different elements.
Okay, it has to have two or more different elements. It doesn't have to have just two, but it can be more than two that are chemically connected. What are, can you think of any examples of compounds?
Water.
Water is an example. Salt is an example.
Sugar.
Sugar is an example.
Limestone.
Limestone.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. I know what gold is, and I know that gold is an element because it's a pure substance. Darrell, what's fool's gold?
It's man-made fake gold.
Okay, it's man-made fake gold. How would that become a compound? What makes it a compound? Because it's
Joined together.
it was
Something has to be joined together with something to be created into fool's gold.
good job, Jolie. It was two substances that were joined together and they made fool's gold. So it's kind of like an imitation of the real gold. Okay. Anybody want to add anything else about compounds?
I can make a connection with the fool's gold. It's kind of like people can start calling diamonds fake diamonds or fool's diamonds because mostly in jewelry they have fake diamonds to not the real thing.
Right. So it's just like with the gold, like with the fool's gold, they made the fake gold to take the place of the real gold, so they made the fake diamonds to take the place of the real gold. Good job, Jolie. And lastly, we have what?
Mixtures.
Mixtures. Who can tell me what's a mixture?
A mixture is two or more substances together in the same place.
Okay. Well, you're missing out something important about a mixture.
They can be easily broken apart.
They can be easily broken apart. So when we make a mixture, what are you missing here? They're not what?
Chemically combined.
Exactly. Mixtures are just what Leonardo just said. They're put together, but there's no chemical connection there. They can be taken apart. What are some ways that we can separate some mixtures?
By
We can use our hands to separate mixtures.
A filter.
We can use filters. What are some other things? Could we use a magnet? magnet.
Yes.
We can use a magnet, we can use our hands, we can use filters,
Evaporation.
we can use evaporation, you're absolutely right. If we wanted to take water out of something, we could use evaporation. Good job. Now, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be working with compounds and mixtures, okay? And we have over here on the side, we have different substances. You guys will turn around and look at the different substances. Okay, I want all of you to pick a substance, not right now, but just mentally in your head, pick a substance. Okay, and then once you have your substance, you're gonna come up, you're going to pour a little of your substance into your bowl, and then you're gonna tell us what your substance is and whether it is a compound or a mixture and why. Okay, so if you guys will step up from the group and come back here. Grab your next sheet, grab your index cards, so you can write down what it is to place in front of your bowl. Okay, and our first substance that we have is the vegetable oil. So who would like to do the vegetable? Go ahead. Jolie, scoot over so we can get you. And talk to us and tell us what you're doing.
Right now, I'm pouring a little bit of the vegetable oil in this little bowl. Vegetable oil is the vegetable oil is a compound, and it is a compound because to make this, it is combined chemically with other things such as water.
Okay, good job, Jolie. Vegetable oil is a compound. Thank you.
Salt is a compound because it's joined together and it cannot be taken apart. If you make salt.
Whoa, Madison. Let's go back to the salt. Scoot over so we can see what you're doing. Okay, so you just told us that you have salt, right? And you said salt is a compound. Tell us again why salt is a compound.
Because it cannot be taken apart. You cannot take it apart.
Okay. And what else about salt makes it a compound? It can't be taken apart, that's true, but it has also been...
joined together, and it's joined together, it cannot be.
Okay, good job, Madison. And next, what are you doing?
Mixing salt and sand to form a mixture because it is two things mixed together.
Okay. You just mixed salt and you just mixed sand and you said it was a mixture because two things are mixed together. But what else? What is another reason that it's a mixture? It didn't what?
Because it didn't,
Does it have a chemical bond?
oh yeah, because it didn't get chemically bonded and it can be separated.
It can't be separated. Thank you, Madison.
I'm gonna pour sugar in. Sugar is a compound because it is chemically bonded and it cannot be separated easily like mixtures.
Okay. Do you know what the chemical name for sugar is?
Sucrose.
Thank you.
Now we're on the mustard. And the mustard is a mixture because it contains two or more elements and it cannot be separated.
Okay. Where's your card? Okay. When you find it, you can just bring it back up, Jarrell.
So, I got water. I'm gonna pour.
Okay, you have water in your bowl. So first of all, water is a compound or a mixture.
It's a compound
Okay, why is water a compound?
because it has a chemical bond on them.
Okay, can it be taken apart?
This one,
We can take water apart.
no. This one,
We can.
no.
Can somebody help him out? Who else can help him understand why water is a compound?
Water is a compound. It's also a compound because, well, he already said it cannot be broken apart, and it's joined together by chemical bonds.
Right, it is joined together by chemical bonds. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that water and we're going to mix it with 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay. Once we mix the water with 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, you guys come a little closer so you can see. Once we mix it with 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, is it still a compound?
No.
Okay, why is it no longer a compound?
Because water and vegetable oil has been mixed together.
So what has it become now?
A mixture.
It's become a mixture. Okay, did they mix well? You guys come closer. No, they didn't. You see, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take, I have some food coloring. Let's go back and lay it on this way. And I'm going to take the food coloring and I'm going to drop 2 drops of food coloring into the water, and I want you guys to see what happens. Well, that was a little bit more than 2, but you can see. I want you to see and look what happens with the food color. Or if anything at all happens with the food color. Does the food color make it easier to see the water? Or does the food color make it easier to see the vegetable oil? Or both?
Kind of both.
Okay, talk a little bit louder so we can hear you.
The food coloring shows off both of them at the same time to me.
Is it still a mixture? Is it still a mixture?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still a mixture. I just put color in it. So I'm going to stir it up now to see if anything happens. Albany, you're the closest to me. Do you see any difference?
It looks good
It looks gooey.
from a distance.
It does look gooey. Can you still see the oil in it?
Yes.
Okay, do you still think it's a mixture now?
Yes.
Yes, it is still a mixture. And if you guys look closely, you can still see, what do you see at the top?
The oil.
The oil is still separated. All right, you guys, good job with that. Now, if you guys will come over to the board, well, you guys can have a seat. Okay, on the board, I have element, mixture, and compound. In this hand, I have 3 definitions for element, mixture, or compound. What I want you to do first is I'm just going to pick 3 people, come up, read your definition, and then put it by element, mixture, or compound, whichever one it is. So, since you're here, you're here, you're here. Well, one at a time. Albany can go first. Read your definition first, Albany.
A pure substance that cannot be broken down by its chemical or physical properties.
Okay, and you think it's a... Okay, do you guys agree with her? Okay. All right, Russ?
2 or more different elements joined together by chemical bonds. I believe it is a compound.
Okay, do you agree with him?
Yes.
Two or more substances together in the same place but not chemically combined. And the only thing left is mixture. And I also believe that this is a mixture.
Okay, good job. All right, next I have cards that I'm giving you. And each of these cards have a substance on it. You guys are going to come up and you're going to tell us what your substance is, which category you think it belongs in, and why you think it belongs in that category. Okay, we can start with you, Madison.
My substance is limestone, and I think it is a compound because it has been chemically combined and cannot be separated.
Okay. You all agree?
Yes.
My next substance is sucrose, and I think that it is a compound because it has also been chemically combined and not be broken.
Okay. Do we agree?
Yes.
My next substance is salt, and I think it is also a compound because it has been chemically combined.
Do we agree?
Yes. And my next substance is gravel, and it is a mixture because it has been mixed together with two or more different types of rock.
Could it be separated too?
Yes, and it can.
Yes, it could be separated. Leonardo?
So here I got neon, which is an element because it can't be broken down.
And it's a pure substance too.
And I got here aluminum, which is also an element because it can't be broken down, and it's a pure
Okay.
First, I have helium, and this is an element because it is a pure substance.
Okay, good job. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
And next, I have silver, which is also an element because it cannot be broken down by its chemical or physical properties.
Okay, and we agree?
Yes.
My first one I have is jelly beans, and I think it is a mixture because it has two or more substances together, and they cannot be chemically combined.
All right. They've just been mixed and not combined.
And the next one I have is water, and I think it is a compound because it has two or more different kinds of elements in it,
They have been what?
chemically bonded together.
Okay.
First, I have salad that is easily be separated, not physically combined. And lastly, I have lemonade that is easily mixture because it can't be separated easily because
Okay.
it's not physically.
Okay, I got a question for you, Alvin. You keep saying physically combined. Is she right with physically combined? No, what should it is? They're both what?
Chemically combined.
Okay, they are not chemically combined. Physically, the salad is combined. It's combined in a bowl. Physically, they are. But the difference, Albany, is they're not.
Chemically combined.
Good job, Albany.